hello there. How are you doing? Oh, you know what? I gotta hit this record button first. What am I gonna record? I'm not entirely sure yet, but we'll figure it out. All right, so welcome to my stream, whether you're here now or you're gonna watch this later. I hope you're having a good day. Sorry, my shirt is making all of a sudden a lot of shirt noise. Davin, what's up? How you doing? I didn't really have anything specific to do today, and I think, in a way, this live stream is kind of, this channel and this specific live stream is sort of a metaphor because I have found in my experience that with music and with career and with anything, I personally just have to like dive in and figure out what I'm doing as I go. So, Davin, part of the reason why I started this little side channel is to just get into the habit of streaming regularly. And I think, especially, Davin, you're a patron, especially considering my latest sort of Patreon update where I maybe will be posting less often, but posting better, higher quality stuff exclusively. That sort of frees me up mentally to spend a little more time doing some creative live streams and sort of trying to branch out in different ways. So this sort of setup here is a way to kind of branch out, and my sort of firm belief about this kind of thing is that maybe it's because I have ADHD and I have a really hard time planning things. I think it's best for me to just kind of dive in and get going. And, who knows, maybe the first 20 streams are going to be kind of like, oh, this is public. I don't have a specific thing to do. And, people can only ask questions in the comments. So maybe I'll have times where I just kind of hang out. But I think what I've arrived on here is I'm going to try to stream regularly, probably every Tuesday and Thursday. For now, I think that's my tentative goal. I might switch it up to more often, maybe less often. But yeah, Davin, really what it is with my Patreon, for those of you who don't know what's going on my Patreon, basically I've been posting a lesson every week for the past 2 years. Maybe just shy of 2 years, a couple weeks shy of 2 years. And I realized that I am not putting out the kind of quality that I want to put out. Sometimes I am, and sometimes it's just like, I've got to get that video done. And what I've realized is, I think I would prefer, and it seems like my patrons would also prefer, that I just prioritize quality instead of weekly lessons. And so that's what I'm doing from now on. But also, I need to find some other creative outlets and some other ways to get people through the door. And I think live streams on my Patreon are pretty fun. And I'm trying to figure out how to branch out and do that publicly. And granted, at the moment, I think I only have 42 subscribers. I think once I get into a groove here, I will just have a regular schedule, and I'll let my main YouTube channel know that's got a third of a million. Wow, that's a weird number to say out loud. But I got about a third of a million people who, at least some small fraction of those people might be curious about coming and hanging out on a live stream and might maybe be curious about joining my Patreon. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. Unfortunately, today my iPad is not connecting to my computer. So I can't use my iPad today, but I can use my guitar camera. Davin, do you have any questions for me today, or should I just write some music? That's the other thing, is I think I want to start out these streams at least with the intention of writing some music and letting you see what I'm up to, and then, depending on if a lot of people are hanging out and have questions, I might just get derailed, and I think that's okay. But I think what I want to do today is sort of a rough draft kind of concept. This is going to be kind of stream of consciousness, but basically, let's see if I can do this. Hi, Dennis. How's it going? When I'm writing music, sometimes I like to think of essence only or rough energy concept. And so sometimes even if sometimes even if good to know, Dennis, and good to know, Davin. Yeah, even if yeah. Okay, sorry. So, already getting a little derailed by chat. It's nice to see both of you here. If I sit down to write, some people like to think I want to do like a rough copy of XYZ song. And that's a great approach. And that's honestly probably the easiest approach when you first start out. But sometimes it's fun to pick kind of an ethereal concept and then write around that concept. And even if you don't end up writing something that actually matches that concept, it ends up being inspiration, which is just kind of a fun thing. So I think what I want to do is I want to, for some reason I'm thinking of the word loose. I don't know what that means yet. Loose, relaxed. Maybe I want to sound kind of tired. I am feeling kind of tired today because I somehow woke up at like 4:30 this morning and just decided to get up. So I've been up for 13 hours already. Also, I should say, I think I'm going to try to keep these streams a little shorter, just while I get the consistency. So it's not like, wow, I'm going to be streaming for 4 hours. I don't think anyone wants that. So what I'm going to do is loose, relaxed, tired. Maybe I'll start with a beat, or maybe I'll do some acoustic guitar today. I don't know. What's kind of... Let's see. I kind of like that. And there's something about that that is not relaxed, but it is kind of tired. If I slow it down. So let's see. I used to have a tap tempo thing on my computer, but I don't anymore. So I'm gonna go and just go to metronome.com and see if, or not metronome, just type in metronome in Google, and I'm gonna see if I can go do. Oh man, it doesn't have a tap metronome. Hang on, we're gonna look for a metronome tap online. Tap tempo BPM tool. Hey, from Justin Guitar. Oh, it looks like it's way too fancy. I just want to click one. Is that really right? Nope, that's not right at all. Oh well, so I can't find a good tap tempo, but I used to have one where I could go to a certain key on my MIDI controller and have a tap tempo just kind of be automatic. That is something you can program into Logic, but I don't have it, so I'm just going to kind of find a nice tempo here. Let's see if it's 78. What do we got? So we got... Okay, we're going to start with that, and I'm actually going to do it on acoustic, and I'm actually not going to worry about tuning my guitar because I like this. I like how it sounds right now. Oh, shoot, do I not have my mic clip for the mic that I really like for my acoustic guitar? Doesn't look like I do. All right, well, we're gonna just use the pod mic then. Bummer. I thought I had that mic clip readily available. Well, next time. Ow. Pinched myself. All right, so let's see. I think what I'm gonna do actually is, I'm weird like this. I like actually making myself a little metronome out of a beat to play along with. I feel like that helps me get in the groove better. So how many beats do we need? Okay, so we need 4 measures. And this is in 3/4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3. So let's see if we can do this. 3, 1, 2, 3, and okay. I rushed a little bit at the end there, but I can always hit Q, and let's see what we got here. I think that'll be a nice metronome. So let's see, input 1, and then I'll probably have to mute my vocal mic while I set up this acoustic guitar here. Otherwise, I won't really get a good sense of how it sounds. So I'm gonna pop in here and yep, and then I'll mute my mic, and here's just my raw pod mic. Gotta be a lot louder. Get it a bit closer. Yep, okay. I think that's close enough. It's maxed out. Sorry, that's weird. Yeah, so I'm gonna loop this, and I'm just gonna kind of, if I was in a recording studio, I feel like I would have practiced this a bit, so I'm gonna kind of use this tempo, and I'm just gonna record kind of infinitely until I get a couple takes I like. Except, let's make this interesting for you, so you can actually watch what I'm playing. Let me know if you'd like me to zoom in on. I'll just do it. I'm gonna zoom in on this hand here. Sorry, I'm really smacking the mic. Turns out it's hard to do all this by yourself. There we go. Okay, let's try that again. Here we go. And 2. I like that. Okay, here. So what I'm gonna do is, I think those last 2 takes, or maybe the last 3, were pretty nice. Here's what that whole thing looks like. All looks kind of the same. But I'm pretty sure. So this is a take right here, Command T. This is a take right here, Command T. This is also a take right here, Command T. And I think they were all those. I was happy with the timing. I was happy with the way I played them. Uh-oh, something might be off. Let's see, did I? No, that looks right. Okay, kind of fun. So now I'm gonna try panning them left and right and see what that sounds like. And I'm gonna leave my drum track just as like a metronome. And let's see how these two takes sound together. Panned really hard left and really hard right. And I might actually mute this for a second. So the left one I think has a little bit of a string whine in there, but I kind of like it. Let's swap it let's swap it for this take real quick. And we'll just mute this one for now. And let's see how this sounds. That's kind of nice. So the thing about recording a guitar part like this is that if you're gonna write a melody to it, it's kind of a bit of dodgeball in the sense that like we really got to get a really clear sense of what key we're in. And in this case, we're sort of stealing chords from the key of A minor, in the sense that we've got D major, F major, E7. So I might just noodle a little bit until I find the tonality, and then maybe I'll sing something if it feels right. We'll see what happens. I'm not really sure. This is kind of fun. It's a bit of a departure from my usual drums, bass guitar thing. Let's just keep going acoustic. And also, this guitar feels surprisingly nicely in tune right now, and it's kind of finicky, so I don't want to mess with it. So I'm just gonna leave it. And I'll just kind of noodle for a minute and try to see if I can find something I like here. Here we go. That's kind of nice. Too low for me to sing, but it's kind of cool. So maybe it'll be a nice intro riff. Let's see. Well, I gotta play it right first. I think what let's see. So we got F sharp, G, A, F, E, F, E. E, F, E, B, G sharp. Ooh, I gotta get this thing set up. That's too bad. All right, I got that riff now. Yeah, maybe I'll need to come up with a B part. now we've got a nice little riff here. I'm kind of liking how dry everything is, but let's see what happens if we throw a little reverb on there. Maybe it'll sparkle things up. I do know that I'm gonna want some pretty intense limiter on this lead guitar because it's really like, let's see, I might want to just tuck some bass out. Yes, it's pretty spiky, and it's not actually it's not really the bass that's bothering me, so I might just limiter it a little bit, see what we can do here. Ah, Mateus, I'm sorry you didn't get the notification. I don't know what to tell you. That's kind of nice. It's a bummer that my my guitar needs a setup, but hey, you know, how fun. So now what we've got here is the lead can be really nicely up in front here, and then oh man, Mateus, I'm sorry you didn't get the notification. Hang on a sec. Taylor's texting me. I just have to say, I'm live. You okay? Anyways, yeah, let's see. So that's kind of fun. I'm just gonna see if I want to play some bass on this, then I'm gonna roll down some of the bass in the acoustic guitar here. If I'm not gonna play bass, then I will undo this. I just don't like how, what am I doing? I don't like how acoustic guitar and bass interact with each other. And then let's create just a nice room for them. We're gonna call you the reverb room. I love it. So now, let's just loop this first part so we can get everybody in the same room here. And we call this the reverb room. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna start with EQ, and then whatever gets EQ'd the way I like is gonna go into, let's do actually stereo, and then let's do a stereo. I like Space Designer. And I'm gonna start with a medium room, long shaped, stone wall, sounds cool. And then we'll just add some. And then I want to see which area of the reverb makes things feel a little more. There we go. This reminds me of when I was a kid with my first mic and recording system ever. Let's see. So, this is actually kind of a cool thing about reverb that I never really understood before. but this is pretty awesome. So this little X over thing, crossover thing, what I'm nearly certain about is that anything below whatever this Hertz number is that you pick, anything below this number is going to be controlled by this. Anything above this number up here is going to be controlled by this. So this is low spread and high spread. And basically, a lot of times in a mix, not all the time, but a lot of times in a mix, you don't want low end to spread to left and right. You want to keep it dead center. But you want high frequencies to be able to bounce around left and right in your ear. So with this crossover, you can pick the right frequency where you want to switch from things being controlled by this to things being controlled by this, meaning this is more in the center and this is more spread out, which is kind of fun. So if I spread this more, you'll be getting low end and high end everywhere. And if you get low frequencies just in the middle, but if you spread just a little bit, it's nice. I like that. There we go. And I'm just kind of making, this is my reverb, and I just want most of my reverb to be hanging out somewhere between here and here, and then kind of duck it down left and right like that. To me, that feels nice. Let's see. That's fun. I don't need the metronome anymore. There we go. Cool, we got this mic. Can you hear me? Yeah, okay, you should be able to hear me from both sides here. So, I feel like I could just sing some little choir in here. It's kind of fun to sing really falsetto, blendy harmonies. So I'm going to try. I'm going to just sing the, basically it's the F sharp, it's the F sharp of the D chord, the F, the root of the F chord, right? And then the E of the E chord. And we'll just see how that sounds. Nice. Now I'm going to try to do a harmony for that, and I'll try to throw a bunch of reverb on that. I'm not going to switch cameras because you know what it looks like when I add reverb. So let's really saturate it with reverb like this. Okay, that's too much. So now if we got, I could do a D, C, B, and then the second time around I could do D, C, C, B. Basically just mimicking what I did on guitar, which by the way, on guitar I did a sharp 5 chord on the E7. I'm playing a, for those of you who are not following along, which is totally understandable, I'm playing a D major, and then I'm playing an F major, and then I'm playing an E7, but I'm going with F sharp in the bass, then F in the bass. Oh, sorry, you can't hear very well. D major, F in the bass, and then this is technically an F6, which is F, A, D. There should be a C in there as well, but it's kind of implied. And then I'm playing an E7, E, E, G sharp, D, D, and then the second time around I'm playing D7, so it'd be F sharp, D, A, C, and then F sharp, F, and then another F, A, C, and then I'm playing E, E, G sharp, C to B. So I'm going to try to mimic that kind of line with the vocals. Or I could just sing an A. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll find out. Let's find out what works best. I don't know yet. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Ran out of air. Ooh, ooh. Davin, E7 sharp 5. Yeah, exactly. Sorry this mic's really hot. Here we go. Oh, sorry, I forgot we were in 3. I was counting to 4 somehow. I still ran out of breath. I didn't get enough air. But let's just kind of pan these a little left and right, see how they sound. This is the lower harmony. I'm going to just gently roll off some bass. So then the middle harmony there would be ooh, 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 and then ooh, ooh. Let's try this. Let's see how that sounds all together. Let's see if I can get a little weird with it. Let's see if I can sing that high, just for fun. Alright, today's lesson is called Fun with Falsetto. I'm going to do the high one. It goes A, A, B. Let's throw that in there. For fun. Here we go. I'm laughing. I think this is hilarious. We're going to keep the middle harmonies mostly in the middle. And then we'll do the high harmonies on the far outside, and then I'm going to do everyone a favor and just do some gentle pitch correction. Let's see what this. Let's see, I think we'll do fancy pitch correction, which means we're going to grab all these tracks, we're going to hit this button, and we're going to do flex pitch. Ooh, flex pitch. These are all flex pitch now. And then what we're going to do is, oh, because this one is 2 takes, I forget there's like a, there we go. Now I'm going to try to go like this, go back to flex pitch. Yes, option U just removes the other takes instantly, which is pretty nice. So now what I can do is I can go in and exactly correct. Davin, I am picking exactly the chord tones. Hey, perfect opportunity for the camera guitar. Actually, let's just pop over there for a sec. Just to show you exactly what notes I'm playing. So let's see. Let me just bring this down to here. There we go. So the chords I'm playing. So the first time through I'm playing. So this is a D major. We're missing, no, we've got root 3rd and 5th, but it's 3rd, root, 5th, root. Then we're playing, which is, I would call it an F major 6, which is an awesome kind of chord. And then E7. And then the second time through, I'm really playing the same chords, I'm just putting a little spin on them. So this would be a D7, D, F sharp, A, and C. And then this is just a regular F chord now. And then we've got, so before you asked if it was an E7 sharp 5, it's technically just an E. You could think of it as an E augmented, I guess. I just kind of think of sharp 5 and augmented as the same thing because I could add the 7, I just don't usually, or I didn't this time. So then the notes I was singing, the first harmony I did was, which as you can see is the 3rd, the root, and the root again. The other harmony I did was D, C, B, and then the second time through I did D, C, C, B. And then the other harmony I did was I just sang an A, which was A, E, A, G sharp. And then I did a high one up here as well, which was A, G, what did I do? I did A, B for fun. And then the second time through, to avoid having to deal with that sharp 5, I did A, G. Keep it simple. Kind of fun, huh? Pretty ridiculous. But now we're gonna dig into this awesome feature of, oh, give me a sec to get back over here. There we go. I have plans to make it so I can do everything on one computer. That little Windows sound that you hear is the sound of me switching computers. What a hassle. So let's see. We're going to isolate this one. We're going to turn the loop off. That's not bad, actually. But I think there's a button you can push that we might undo here. That is like set to perfect pitch. Let's see what happens. Isn't this weird? So this one's a little wonky, so what we can do is we can actually undo some vibrato. Isn't that kind of cool? Oh, Ernie wants to see me, I think. Ernie's here. But yeah, this is some cool software. So then this one, let's see. I'm actually going to set these to perfect as well, just kind of for fun, because this is a fun thing to do. So it looks like when I lose my breath a little bit, I kind of get a little more pitchy. I wish I could like lengthen that out a little bit, but it looks like my intonation is not as bad as I thought on a few of these. Let's see how this one looks a little wonk. So hang on. Yeah, so that one, we'll just set this all to perfect pitch. Yeah, look at how wonky my pitch was there. Isn't this crazy? It tracks every cent that you're sharp or flat. So let me set to perfect pitch, and we'll compare it with the previous one here. So this, I think what I'm going to do is just remove some vibrato. Whoa, I didn't realize I was doing it, removing it from all of them. Just this one. Davin, this is actually built into Logic Pro. It's not a plugin. It's just part of how Logic works. I can show you how to access it. Are you using Logic Pro? If not, I won't bother. But if you are using Logic Pro, I'll show you how to access it. It's just built into Logic. It's Logic's pitch correction, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So, let's see. Davin, you always want to treat pitch correction like it's kind of a last resort. Otherwise, you'll use it everywhere. And it turns out a lot of things being out of tune actually sound pretty freaking good. For example, oh my gosh, let me see if I can look up a graph. This blew my mind recently. Let's see, piano tuning graph. Let's see. Oh my gosh. This is going to freak some of you out. Whoa. Somehow piano tuning graph turned up some nudity somehow. I'm so glad I wasn't sharing my screen when I Googled seemingly innocent piano tuning graph. What the hell? That's really strange, but that's not what I'm looking at. Now I'm looking at this. So this is going to freak you out. This is standard pitch, so 0 here. And this is the number of cents sharp or cents flat. And generally speaking, if something is like 5 cents flat, 3 cents flat, you can kind of tell. No, I definitely look up here. I typed piano tuning graph. Apparently there's an erotic story about a piano tuner. Anyways, let's see. The average way that you're supposed to tune a piano is here's middle C, here's tuned to A440, and as soon as you start creeping up here, you're already getting sharp. And the higher notes you get, the sharper you get, until you're up here you're already 10 cents sharp. When you get here, you're 20 cents sharp. When you're here, you're 30 cents sharp. That just seems insane to me. And when you go an octave down, you're, like 3 cents flat? When you go 2 octaves down, you're already 10 cents flat. 3 octaves down, that's just so crazy. And this is how people typically tune pianos. All I'm trying to get at with this information is that being in tune and being perfectly in tune is actually a sweetened kind of thing. And for example, guitars pretty much are always going to be out of tune, even if you tune them perfectly. Because if you press slightly harder on a fret, it's going to be a little slightly bit sharp. It's almost impossible to have a guitar where when you tune the open strings perfectly, every single fret is going to be perfectly in tune. It's usually going to be off by a few cents. And if you can see here, like let's see this. I don't know actually how many cents this is, but here's 5 cents sharp. Here's 5 cents flat, just for comparison. Oh, yeah, Mateus, this looks like Melodyne, but it's Logic's kind of quick and dirty version of Melodyne. And it's not as good as Melodyne. You can do some pretty insane stuff with Melodyne that you really can't do with Logic's sort of thing here. So this note needs to be a B and not a B flat. There we go. So here's all 4 harmonies together. This is, I think, let's see, this is the highest. We'll call this soprano. Soprano. And what's this one? We'll call this one alto. We'll call this one tenor. And we'll call this one bass, just so we know. So generally speaking, when you're mixing harmonies, it's good to have the lower frequencies a little closer to the middle. So maybe I'll put the lowest one right in the middle. And then maybe I'll throw the tenor one off to the right. I'll throw the alto a little far off to the left. I'll throw the soprano farther off to the right. Let's see how this sounds with the guitar. What? Did that one just switch back to the wrong note? It feels a little sharp now. I gotta, see, I'm gonna actually flat. Weird. There we go. Funny. Okay, I like it. So here's what I did is I boosted this range here that makes it feel a little more present, and then I tucked this range down. Tell me which one you like better. Here's with it on, and then I'll turn it off. Next time around, here we go. Isn't that interesting? That soprano one is just a hair loud, so I'm going to turn it down. See, Mateus, you like it off, but that's because it feels bigger. But the thing is, the more kind of low frequencies it has, the more it'll kind of bleed into the mix. And if I actually turn those low frequencies off, it'll actually stick out a little bit more, which is kind of fun. So let's do an experiment here, and we'll see how it sounds with the acoustic guitar, if it makes the acoustic guitar sound better with it on or with it off. Let's see here. So with it on, I'm actually going to mix it in my best so that it's letting the guitar be featured and kind of in the background. Let's see. Maybe I overdid it a little bit, but let's see. So I really want to hear the guitars. Now if I compare it to this, to me, the vocals and the guitar are taking up this same area. So if I turn this on, I feel like it unmuddies the guitar a little bit. And that leaves room for some singing or something. But yes, you see how it crowds the guitar, even though it sounds better by itself. This is one of the trickiest things about mixing that I still definitely don't have a good handle on, but am learning how to do is the more you what am I trying to say? The more you mix stuff the way you like it by itself, the harder it is to mix it in as a group. So it's always important to think, which thing do I want to kind of take that thick kind of taking up spaceness of the like 100, 200, 300 range. And if something else is sharing that space, it's going to kind of do this kind of mud thing. So, sorry, that was intense. So I got a little lead riff here. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. So, now what I'd like to imagine is, I've just been having fun, tinkering, messing around. Could I imagine any kind of a vocal melody over that? I don't really know. Yeah, you never want things to be in contest. I always feel like I'm in like a radio studio when I use this microphone. Oh yeah, this is the one I started my podcast with. I mean, my Patreon with. It sounds great, but I always feel like I'm like about to tell you something really serious and intense. But okay, so let's see if I can throw down another vocal on here. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn this down a little bit, and I'm going to track through this one so I can hear the reverb, because that's more fun. Ooh, and I feel like I'm in the Fleet Foxes right now. Ooh, oh, whoa, so I'm gonna turn the compressor off. Oh, I kind of like the EQ of this. I might do a little bump somewhere around here. Bump. And check the mic. Check. Thanks for hanging, Davin. Let's throw a little compression on here. I don't know. Oh. Thanks for hanging. All right, I don't know what I'm going to sing. I'm not even sure what's going to work, but let's just try. I'm going to loop it a bit and see what happens. Oh, are we not recording? Let's see. There we go. Oh, I know I'm trying to see what I can't sing that high. To see. Also, apparently I have a frog in my throat. Hang on a sec. Let's figure. Water's always good. Warming up is always good, and I have not. The funny thing is, reverb can make mistakes sound really nice. Or at least not horrible. Okay, let's try this again. All right. Two. Apparently can't sing. Oh, that explains it. I can't sing that high. So I'm going to have to tuck lower. Changes on the way, and I know it's gonna be this way. Changes on the way. I know it's hard, it's hard. Changes on the way, and I like something going on, and I changes on the way, and it's kind of fun. Changes on the way, and I can't have it all. I can't bear to stay, but I've come to be. Whoa. Okay, well, there you go. That's kind of some dummy lyrics that are... Something's going on there. Huh. I want to listen back to that. I might need to mess with a little bit of EQ. Maybe the reverb's a little too intense. And let's just see what we can do here. But that's kind of a fun melody. Changes on the way, and I can't have it all. I can't bear to stay, but I've come to be. Changes on. That's interesting. I want to hear it in context. So we got this little intro riff, and then we've got this singing, and then maybe just kind of a choral thing. And then just to kind of, bookmark this as a little idea, because I'm trying to keep my streams to an hour here. I'm just going to listen through all this, maybe look at my EQ on my stereo out here. And actually, since I didn't add any bass, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do earlier and just leave the bass in the guitar. So here we go. How fun. So what I did there at the last minute was I was feeling like I wanted this vocal to be dead center, and I feel like the center of vocals here were actually kind of getting in the way. And so if you listen to, let's see, just all the vocals by themselves now, you should hear really hard panned left and right choir. Not really, really hard, but two of them are panned really hard and the others are panned fairly hard. So we should be able to hear the choir kind of surrounding the vocals here. Let's see how that sounds. Lead. I'm actually surprised by how much I kind of like this. Let's just listen to this kind of a cappella here. See how it sounds. Changes on the way, and I can't have it all. I can't bear to stay, but I've come to be. Well, that ended up being kind of surprisingly vulnerable, but hey, you know what? Music is kind of vulnerable. Thanks for hanging out. I think I'm gonna call it a day, but yeah, Mateus, I'm moving to LA. It's been kind of in the works for a while. Detroit was never supposed to be kind of a long-term thing. So yeah, we're gonna head down there and hopefully spend a few years there. Maybe even something like 5 years, but there are a lot of variables, so maybe not. But I'm really pleased with how this kind of cool, weird thing turned out. And I'm gonna bounce it, and I'll see y'all later. Thanks for hanging. Mateus, I will save this. I always forget to save, but yep. Take care, everybody. See you later. Oh, hi, Sev. Nice to see you. Good night. Oh my goodness, it's probably really late over there, so take care, sleep well. Good night.